You guys, I know it's been a minute, but I picked up a couple new models that I wanted to do some unboxings for. Nothing too new, just, adding or trying to finish out my Chaos Army and some of my other armies. So, figured I'd just show you guys really quick. I picked up the Chaos Helldrake, or a second one rather, to round out one of my small Chaos forces. I have like 3 different Chaos forces. If you want, I could separate my Chaos army into 3 different factions and forces, so I picked up a second one to round out one of my others. This is, I want to say this kit came out in 6th edition, when they started introducing a lot of flyers to 40k. And I know, like, back in the day, people would get like 3 of these and they would be pretty brutal on the battlefield. I have the one, and I've had it for a while. I'm not a how do I put this? I like what it represents. I'm not 100% on the design, but I do like that this was the precursor for some of the other designs, like the Forge Fiend and the Mauler Fiend. The new Chaos designs came from, like when the Crimson Slaughter guys came out in Dark Vengeance. This, had that really ornate or broke armor design, and I like that. I thought it was a cool change from the plastic Chaos Marines that came out in like the 2000s, which I do have some of. And when you look at them next to the Dark Vengeance figures, the Dark Vengeance figures are so much more detailed, as is this, compared to like a Chaos, Rhino, which is basically a Rhino with some spiky bits on it. Not that there was anything wrong with that. I just felt like, they could have done a little more to give Chaos its unique look, so to say. And they've done that, recently. They've really started focusing on the aesthetics of the Chaos armies and their different factions, their patrons and factions. But Helldrake, it's been around for a little bit. It's not a new kit. They haven't done any updates to this kit. This is actually an older box, but even in the newer box, it's still the same kit. It doesn't really, it hasn't changed, which is cool. I mean, it's not as old as some of the other kits that are out there, like like some Imperial Guard kits or some Space Marine kits that are out there that have been out there so long that it's probably time to redo them. So we're gonna pop this open real quick. Use my trusty Kershaw blur here. Some of my friends used to call this the Hell Turkey. And I don't know, just something about Games Workshop's dragon designs, from back in the day. I was not a fan of them. Let's put this. Let's get everything out the kit for this, so we can take a look at that. So, first you got your instructions. Classic GW instructions, just basic black and white. Nothing too complicated. This kit wasn't extremely difficult to put together. I actually magnetized my first one so that I could just pop the wings and arms off, and keep the body separate for storage. because, you know, a lot of these kits are really elaborate, and they started getting really elaborate and dynamic posing, but, you know, it was almost nearly impossible to put them in a figure case. A lot of times, you know, you find myself taking these guys in like a shoebox, you know, just piled together. I actually use packing peanuts to store most of my big minis. There he is there. I really like the forward swoop wings. It's pretty cool. Kind of reminiscent of the Forge World Hell Talon and Hellblade, which I have. First sprue here. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit for you guys. There we go. So it comes with 2 sprues. Again, nothing too fancy. Pardon me. I have a bit of a health issue here with breathing, so I apologize. A lot of space, open space on these sprues. You can see, you know, some of the way they started designing some of these things. Now they get as much on the sprue as possible, you know, kind of utilize the space, which is kind of nice. Although, again, for what it wasn't terrible. See that? I'm not a fan of the bird-like, you know, huge beaks on this thing. It's just weird to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. When it's all together, it's cool. It's just, I don't know. Something that just lacks a little something. Can't put my finger on it. You know. Again, it works. It is what it is. It's there to represent some statistics on the table. You know, it's pretty cool looking. It's different from everything else, which I like. You know, it's not like, you know, okay, we just took a Space Marine Interceptor and painted it and put some Chaos spiky bits on it. You know, I've got those models too. Land Raiders, Rhinos, Predators, Razor. You know, they just took the same thing and gave you a sprue of spiky bits, and it's like, oh, there's your Chaos tank, which is fine. Whatever, it worked out for what it is. But like, they recently, for 8th edition, actually between 7th and 8th edition, they started releasing kits that were more aesthetically unique to armies, which I like. Yep. And you get your typical Games Workshop flight base with stem. All in all, I think it's a okay kit. You know, for what it does, it is what it is. When I look at some kits though, like the Space Wolf Stormfangs, and you look at the price range, this is exactly the same price as a Stormfang. Now in a Stormfang, you're getting way more parts, you're getting way more of a kit. When it's done, it's far more substantial of a kit than the Helldrake, but I guess the value's in the stats, not really the amount of plastic you get. You know, that's actually always been a GW thing. You know, you're paying for statistics more so than you are plastic. And I guess they just put these things at all these flyers are all going to be around this certain price range. You know, but like I said, it is what it is, and I needed to fill out an army, so I picked it up. Hopefully I'll have it done or at least built and primered, because I want to do an army showcase of my entire Chaos Force, which I will need to probably go to my buddy Rob's house, because this table's not big enough for it. I don't have the space here to display the army, you know, at its best. So I'll probably head over to Rob's house, do a work in progress army for my entire Chaos army, so you guys can see that. But I don't know. I've used it in a couple games. Like I said, it's okay. It's done okay. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like the Helldrake, or if you think it should be updated or changed, or if you're just cool with it. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching.